Hi there, welcome back. It has been a while since I uploaded my video on YouTube. So today I decided to share with you the topic that we discussed today in my class, which is about quantifiers. A quantifier is we use when our noun is in plural form, and it is used to determine the quantity of a thing or a noun. Some examples of quantifiers are any, much, many, a few, some, and a little. A plural form of a noun has two kinds. First is count, and the other one is non-count. Let us cite some examples of count nouns. One example is carrots. Another one is tomatoes, onions, eggs, and lemons. Inside the table here under the count nouns are some examples of positive and negative statements. Some of these statements are already self-explanatory, but I want to point out here on the very last one, the quantifier any, on how to use this in a negative statement, or it is actually used in a negative statement alone. If you say there aren't any carrots in the refrigerator, that means that there are no carrots left in the refrigerator. 0 carrots, none. So let's move on under the count noun tables. If you notice, some of the quantifiers are the same as the count noun quantifiers except for a little and much. A little and much. The opposite of this in the count noun is a few, a little, a few, and much and many. Much and many. You might say that why is it that the quantifier is in a plural form? Of course, because when you say a lot, meaning there is a lot, more than one, why is the verb be still in a singular form? And also your milk is in singular form. I have done a research about it to answer the same question, but I couldn't find the answer yet. But the most logical explanation to me, and my intelligent guess, is that we don't consider non-count nouns as plural. It is always in singular form unless we put them inside a container. So let's cite for examples. Non-count nouns are all forms of liquids, rice, sugar, butter, and all kinds of powders. Unless we put all of these non-count nouns inside containers, for example, gallon, box, measurements such as liters, ounces, pounds, bottles, package, and bags, we can never consider a count noun a plural form. For example, under a positive statement, there is a lot of milk in the fridge. There is a lot of milk in the fridge. How many? There is a lot, but can you measure it? We still don't know unless we put them inside a bottle or a box or a gallon. So, for example, we say there is a gallon of milk in the fridge, meaning there is 1 gallon of milk in the fridge. It is still in singular form unless we say there are 2 gallons of milk in the fridge. Notice that the plural form of the noun is in the container, which is gallons, and not in the word or noun milk itself. You never say milks, you don't say waters, but 2 gallons of water. I hope I made myself clear. Still, any is used in a negative form to identify that there is 0 milk in the refrigerator. After I have discussed the structure or the use of the grammar to my students, I gave them an activity that they can brainstorm. I actually sent this out as homework because we ran out of time. I have them look at the picture. So there are different kinds of food inside the cabinet, and I have here 6 questions that they are going to answer or ask and answer with a partner. So number 1 was set out as an example. How many potatoes are there? So if we look at the picture, there is a bag of potatoes, but the way that we answer this is there are a lot of potatoes. You can say also that there is 1 bag of potatoes inside the cabinet, or you can also say there are a lot of potatoes. Of course, you can count potatoes, but If it is already like almost a bag full of potatoes, then you don't want to count them piece by piece or one by one. So it is better to say that there are a lot of potatoes. So I have them do an exercise that they can ask and answer questions with a partner. Starting from question number 2. How many boxes of pasta are there? So in the picture, you see 4 boxes of pasta, right? A pasta is a non-count noun. You can never count a pasta. You can never count every single hair of the pasta or every single strand, but you can only count it if you put it inside a container, like a box, just like what you see on your screen. So how many boxes of pasta are there? There are 4 boxes. You can say there are a few boxes of pasta in the cabinet. There are a few boxes of pasta in the cabinet. How much sugar is there? If you look at the jar of sugar, there is a little sugar inside the jar. There is a little sugar inside the jar. You didn't say there is a few sugar. Maybe you can, but the best way to do it is to use little for the non-count nouns. Okay, next question. How many boxes of juice are there? You notice that it is a plural form. The container is in the plural form rather than the noun itself. So you can answer this by saying there are many boxes of juice in the cabinet. How much rice is there? There is a lot of rice in the cabinet. There is a lot of rice in the cabinet. How much coffee is there? There aren't any coffee in the cabinet. There aren't any coffee inside the jar. There is none, 0. There aren't any coffee in the jar. And after asking and answering the questions here, I have given them one activity that they have to make a sentence of their own, but still I have given them a few examples of the quantifiers that they can use in their sentences. So I have grouped them into pairs, and then one group should identify the ingredients for the salad. The other group is to identify the ingredients for the cake, and the last group was to identify the ingredients for the pizza. So they are going to select some ingredients that they need to make their food and have them create a sentence using quantifiers they have given here above. So to make a salad, they have said that they need a lot of lettuce, a few onions, some tomatoes, some croutons, some cucumbers, and a few black olives. They actually have used their imagination and used some ingredients that are not included here in the picture. So it was cool, it was fun, and there was a good take home of the lesson, and I hope that you do the same. Keep practicing and remember that learning is fun. See you in my next video. Thank you for watching.